John Colo at DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you. What I'm going to do is answer the simple question that I get a lot. Hey John, what's the best drink for weight loss? So, very simple. I can sum it up in a few sentences. The best drink for weight loss is the drink that's going to feed your body, nourish your body, and also hydrate your body. So, forget about all the canned and bottled juices and sodas and crap at the grocery store. What you want to do is you want to juice your own fruits and vegetables to make the best weight loss drink ever. And that's what I'm going to show you guys today. Now, on a recent episode of Dr. Oz, Dr. Oz had a guest, Dr. Joel Furman, who recommended eating a plant-strong diet, or a diet that is very rich in fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. And that's what the juicer allows you to do. It allows you to literally concentrate and drink more fruits and vegetables than you'd be able to eat. And that's why I like the juicer, and that is why the juicer is one of the ways that helped me to personally lose about 25 pounds. I was never really overweight, but yes, I was kind of getting up there, and now I'm fit, trim, and actually quite healthy due to the juicer and all the fruits and vegetables I eat. So a question you might be thinking is, hey John, I don't like how fruits and vegetables taste. Well, guess what? When you own your juicer, you get to make your own recipe, so you can add more things like fruits. That's going to make your juice taste really sweet and will actually hide some of the flavors of some of the greens and some of the other vegetables that you may not like so much. So instead of specifically giving you guys a specific recipe, what I want to teach you guys is to eat a variety, or literally juice a variety of fruits and vegetables. So what is the anatomy of making your own fresh juice? Well, it first starts with a recipe. And if you bake cookies, then you know every cookie recipe always has flour, butter, eggs, maybe some sugar, and some other things in it. And you know, they could add chocolate chips to make them chocolate chip cookies. You could add peanut butter to make them peanut butter cookies. You could add macadamia nuts to make them macadamia nut cookies. But they all have to start with a standard base recipe. And every juice should also start with a standard base recipe. And I'm going to go over some of the vegetables that should be in your standard base recipe for juices. So something like celery is nice and water rich. It's very high in electrolytes and really good for you. So next we have some cucumbers, and cucumbers are a nice water rich fruit, although they are considered a vegetable. Another thing that should be base in your juices are the carrots. Carrots are high in beta carotene. Most carrots that you may be aware of are orange, but they also come in different colors, such as purple, red, and yellow. So I'd encourage you guys to get the different colors of carrots, also called heirloom carrots, whenever you could find them. They actually have a nice flavor. They're not quite as sweet. Another base of your juice should also be the apples. So apples make a really good base of your juice, and that'll make your juice a little bit sweeter if you don't like things like that are green. Another thing that works really good for the base of your juice are things like zucchini. We actually have some yellow zucchini here, and that'll add a nice liquid to your juice. So once you got the base down, then you want to add the extras, or the add-ons. Some of the add-ons could include things like the leafy greens. So we got some collard greens here. Of course, you can use kale. I want to stop and talk a second about the leafy green vegetables. The leafy green vegetables are the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. John, what does that mean, nutrient-dense? Well, that means they contain the most nutrition per calorie out of any food on Earth. Whereas, you know, something from McDonald's or some potato chips or some junk food, they're really calorically dense. And guess what? Calories are the things that make you add weight, people. And they're very nutrient poor. If you eat a diet that is rich in nutrients, like the fruit and vegetable diet, especially when juicing them, you get all the nutrients you need. Your body, in my opinion, will just start shedding the pounds. And that's what happened to me. And I have no problem maintaining my weight eating these wonderful foods found in nature. And that's the other thing I want to encourage you guys. Get away from the processed foods. As they process the foods, they become more calorically dense, or have a lot of calories and low nutrients. The more you get to nature and eat nature's foods, foods that are found in nature, you get more nutrients and less calories. So the leafy greens, really good to add. Besides the leafy greens, you got some herbs. So things like cilantro is considered an herb, or things like parsley considered an herb. They're very nutritious, and some people say the cilantro could actually help to detoxify heavy metals and things like that. Oh, over on this side, got some chard. So Swiss chard, definitely another really good thing to juice. It'll add a nice salty flavor to your juice if you miss the salt. I mean, most foods that are processed have added salt in it because salt is actually a really good preservative. but also it makes foods taste good. But guess what? That's another thing, in my opinion, that'll also add pounds to your waistline because it causes excess water weight. And when you start drinking fruit and vegetable juices that are high in water, and that's another thing why the juicing is so beneficial, is because it is actually all water, it's all liquid. And we are 70 to 75% water, and when we drink things or eat things that are that much in water or more, it hydrates us. And when we are properly hydrated, our body could flush out all the excess, water weight and mineral salts that it doesn't need. Can't forget, we got some broccoli over here, so there have been studies that show things like broccoli sprouts, and there's constituents of broccoli that can help fight things like cancer, but also it's a really good vegetable to juice. Now, besides just getting the broccoli, you can also buy broccoli leaves and cauliflower leaves, possibly at your farmer's market, and those are also juiceable, and I'd consider those, like some kale or collard greens. Now, on those kind of things, you only want to add in a few leaves to your juice because that can really overpower and overtake your juice and really have strong flavors that you may not like. So start out with the base of your juice and do like 75% of your glass of the base that I just talked about and 25% or less of some of the leafy greens to make it taste really good. I guess without further ado, let's just start juicing. We're using the SKYPE 110.5 juice extractor today. This is called the centrifugal ejection style juicer. It's actually fairly high speed. It's quick and easy and convenient to use, and excels at juicing hard vegetables and hard, firm fruits. So things like carrots does really well at, things like cucumbers, things like the zucchini, things like the celery. And while it will juice the leafy greens, it's not the best at it. So there are many other juicers on the market that will juice leafy greens better. But for the most part, if you're just starting, I recommend this juicer because it's under $100 and it also has a full 10-year warranty. Many juicers in this price range maybe only have a 90-day warranty, and if your juicer breaks on the 91st day, you're going to have to buy another one. So invest in a product that you'll be able to use for a long period of time without having to buy another one. So next, let's turn this machine on and show how easy it is to juice in the SKYPE. We're simply going to take some pieces of apple here and drop it in the machine. I always like to use a carrot to push the produce in. As you can see, as soon as we put this in, the juice is coming out the front. And one of the things I want to mention is that you want to juice the food to color. You can see the carrot there. The carrot juice is orange. That's the beta carotene in the carrots. Every different food with different colors, such as this yellow squash, has different phytochemicals and phytonutrients. And the phytochemicals and phytonutrients are the things that basically are anti-aging, will keep us looking younger. So here's the broccoli. We're going to go ahead and put that guy in there. Oh, we can't forget the cucumbers. Cucumbers are rich in water. Add a nice mild flavor to your juice. Put some of that in there. How about another apple? Next, we want to put in some leafy greens. Now, to put in the leafy greens, to do that, you want to take a few leafy greens at once. And yes, you can put the stalk and all. What I like to do is take a few, and then I'll basically fold them over and roll them up into a nice tight wad. If you don't wad it up, it's not going to work that well. You're going to stick that in the machine, and you're going to push it slowly in. You're going to have to go down and come back up to get it to juice properly, but you can see some of that deep, rich green juice coming out. Next, we're going to go ahead and add some more apple and a carrot. Oh, we forgot to add the celery in there. Celery juices really well, adds a nice salty flavor to your juice as well. Juices right up. How about the carrot and the celery at the same time? Next, we're going to go ahead and juice a chard, and when you purchase chard, switch chard, I recommend you guys to get the rainbow chard. You can see all the different colors here. We got the red, some pink, and some standard green ones. And all the colors of the rainbow are really important to juice so that you get all the different nutrition. Once again, because these are leaves in the centrifugal juicer, we're going to kind of fold them over, wrap them up really tight, and stick them down in the chute. And when you are juicing the leafy greens, the machine will slow down. When it starts to slow down, then pull the mixture back up and let the machine speed up before you push it back down again. Next, let's go ahead and add some more cucumber. Alright, so in no time at all, it looks like we made about 2.5 cups of juice. Always when you're done juicing, I like to lift the juicer up. and shake out every last bit of juice. And here it is. Here's our fresh made juice. We're going to go ahead and pour it in a nice glass. Look at that. Nice thin consistency. Nice, rich, deep green color. Now the green in the juices are the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll is also a really important nutrient in my opinion. It's really good for us, and we're going to taste this stuff. Actually, that's quite delicious. This is an easy way to lose some weight today by making your own fresh juices. How I first got started with juicing was a juicer very similar to this one, and I started juicing for breakfast, and I would skip my normal breakfast, eat my regular lunch, and then mid-afternoon I'd have a juice snack, and then I'd eat my standard dinner. And by rotating out what you're eating and including more juices, like for example today I pretty much lived on 100% juices, and that's what's called a juice fast. And actually a really good movie for you guys to watch if you guys haven't already seen it is actually called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. It's a documentary movie of a guy from Australia who's overweight and has some health problems. He really gets on a juice diet, loses all the weight, and gets way healthier. Actually, for you guys, I'll post a link down below so that you can watch it online for free. Normally they sell it as a DVD. So yeah, watch that movie if you haven't already. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode learning more about the best drink for weight loss. By far, it's fresh juices, and I've found nothing better to date. So once again, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.